Hey, this is Apibal. Nathaniel Artemis Shepherd. Nat9450, and I am Divinity. Gonna start saying that now. So it is now 12:05 a.m. on Monday, February 23rd, 2015, but this is for Sunday, February 22nd, 2015. And the title of the blog would be My Connection to Alex Crowley, March 20th, Eclipses, the Eye of Horus, and the Labyrinth. So I woke up in the morning with another dream about the eclipse. Or the dream didn't say, it didn't specifically say the eclipse like the prior dreams that I've been having for the past day or two. This is a little bit different. The other one was about Mars and Venus and the Labyrinth. Okay, so let's get to the Labyrinth a little bit later. How was I? So basically, let's keep it short as much as possible, right? I got woken up at 8:28 a.m. by the Force to find the following messages imprinted in my consciousness. That I have a connection to Alex Crowley, and there is a connection to him on March 20th, solar eclipse, spring equinox. And then I went back to sleep, and then I woke up again at 9:29, and this time I had an actual visual dreams, and I saw 3 celebrations regarding March 20th, and I could choose to participate in all 3. I saw a blonde white woman, not much older, and I've already met her Will in regards to March 20th, and it makes me think of Sky, because Sky is doing a March 20th equinox celebration that Susan said that I should participate, so that would be 1, right? And then I see a ritual at night in the wood, like an Alex way, kind of scary, and I could choose to celebrate it that way, or perhaps to get over my fear of myself. It's like this celebration is to help me get over my fear of who I am or what I am or myself, basically. And then I saw the new mark again like last night, like basically like this one. And then again it said like the 3 celebration ritual kind of make it all. Like it's something like it's important that I make it all, but it's a choice. As if it is really a choice, right? Like, you know, like saying, it's like, come on. Now, in the dream, I was not shown the 3rd ritual celebration. I just told that there are 3 of them. And nor was I shown how to get to the Alex Crowley one, or how to make it happen, or what it is. And what I find interesting was that this is like the 2nd time that his name entered my life, right? Because the first time that I found out about him, I never knew who this guy is. And the first time I found out was in July of 2014 when I was in Wells, New York, at the St. Jude Cognitive Behavior Education. And a friend, I forgot who it was, said that I like remind them of him. And I was like, who is he? And then they told me about his name, like Aleister Crowley. So I looked it up, and I was like, okay, some guy who like was into magic and was like bisexual and like likes to write a lot of things and like started this like movement, right? But I never paid attention to it much. I was like, oh, that's interesting. And I kind of, like, when I read about him, I kind of had a weird connection to him. Like, I had a weird feeling of connection to him, you know? And what I find interesting, too, is that in the dream this morning, it's used the word Alex. And then I looked it up when I woke up. I was like, Alex? Like, why did they say Alex? And it turned out that Alexander was his real middle name. So that's interesting. And then I just did a been reading about it, like, for an hour, maybe half an hour, just now, on Alex Crowley and March 20th. That's what I searched for, is Aleister Crowley and March 20th. Right? Oh yeah, in the afternoon I had a text conversation with a friend, and like he was saying that he saw my post about Aleister Crowley, and he was saying that he have like been feeling that I am like what did he say? That I'm like him because of like the writing or the Facebook post that I have been writing these past several months. Right, like he always want to have a connection to Crowley's. And I told him that I never read his work or writing, nor do I know much about his history, besides from the first time knowing who he might be, or his name existed in July 2014. I never looked it up again. And then my friend mentioned Thelemites and Otto, and I was like, I don't even know what they are. And that my friend was saying that I kind of act like him. And then I was like, kind of saying, well, you know, I had a weird feeling from the first time I saw his name, and then again this morning, that like that I was him in the past life. And if that is true, then I wouldn't want to repeat his mistakes or anything like that, right? Anyway, so since the dream told me that there is a connection with Alex, to me and Alex, to March 20th, and I was been reading, and there's something about the Book of the Law that he wrote, and then March 20th this year happens to be both days apparently, but March 20th was the day when he celebrated this thing called the Feast of the Supreme Ritual, which is the invocation of Horus rituals. Yeah, when he celebrates the invocation of Horus in 1904 on March 20th. Okay. And then the other thing that happens on March 20th. Oh, that was when he was told the equinox of the gods had come from this website, from the Encyclopedia Telemica, that he was told on that day in 1904 that the equinox of the gods had come, and that he was to formulate a link between the solar spiritual force of the new epoch and mankind. Yeah. So it's basically called the equinox of the gods. Now, what is really interesting here is that I've been wanting to get the Eye of Horus tattoo on the back of my neck since 2009. And for some reason, like, it just came into me that I want it. I've got to have it. And I want it on the back of my neck ever since. I even posted onto Facebook how I wanted it, like, on Facebook. I have to find it somewhere. Back then. And I think I posted it maybe in 2010, like the way that I want. Basically, would be my rising sign is my ascendant is Pisces, and I want it to be in the background with the Eye of Horus superimposed on it, right? So I find it interesting that the March 20th was when he did this invocation of Horus. Okay. Now, so I now feel that. I've been putting it off because one, I didn't want to spend the money on it, and plus I didn't have the money to spend it on everything else. But now I have a purpose to do it. Now, the other thing that I don't know if I should still continue to read about Alex Crowley, the dilemma, or read the Book of the Law, or find out what it is. because now that I already got all the information that I need to connect the dream to what March 20th is, you know, I don't know if I should read it to like mess me up. Okay. And then what now I figure out what comes to me now is that basically the second ritual of the three ritual that the morning dream was talking about is basically the invocation of Horus, or the supreme ritual celebration, the feast of the supreme ritual, right? And now the thing is, it did not show me the third ritual that I should be doing. But now that I'm looking at it, I think the third ritual is basically the Thelemic New Year, which is the equinox of the gods. It's basically the other term for equinox of the gods, and it falls either on March 20th or on the 21st, depending on the year. But this year it falls on March 20th, the same day as the invocation of Horus. So, from the dream, since the dream didn't show me the third rituals, I'm starting to think that the third ritual is basically the equinox of the gods or the Thelemic New Year. Now, if this is all true, from connecting all these dots, what am I supposed to do with these two rituals? I mean, I already know the first ritual with Sky, because she's doing all that, right? You know, I'm just participating. Now, what am I supposed to do with these two rituals? I mean, it connects to the eclipse, right? The total eclipse, because I've been telling Roger that I've been waiting. Excuse me, ever since the January information in my dreams and the meditation quest about the eclipse, and to wait for it, something is going to happen. I've been waiting for information on what the eclipse is going to be about, other than the angel army of light. So now that I'm getting more information about it, it's basically for the total solar eclipse, because the dream in the end of January was really for the lunar eclipse, I'm pretty sure, with the angel army of light. So this is for the March 20th, the beginning of the pair of the eclipse. And since I don't exactly know what Alex did for his original ritual, or what it entails, I'm either gonna have to wait to see if there's gonna be information download comes through. If not, then I'm gonna have to start digging what he did. I'm gonna give it up to like the second week of March before I start digging. I'll dig at the last minute, basically. Now, I have a feeling that this ritual is going to be connected to the labyrinth, because again, the labyrinth has been a theme of the preparation since like the second week of January, when Rocky introduced it to me when he came down to visit me in Sarasota. And ever since then, it has been a theme, like with the dream telling me about North Carolina, because the dream about North Carolina and the lunar eclipse, I was walking in a labyrinth, basically in the cemetery. Weird dream. And then the dream yesterday, no, the day before, with me walking naked in the labyrinth with lit candle to come to the center to like face myself, and then there was a tree that I got on top and be connected to everything. And then today I went to church, and then after church, with the power of synchronicity, and this is a new church I've never been to because as divinely guided told me to go. And so I was like sitting outside after church service, like Facebooking. This woman, beautiful white woman with her like little young boy son, came out, and they were asking this garden lady like where the labyrinth is. It was like, there's a labyrinth at this church too. And then, so I went to check it out, because I'm like, okay, there's a connection here. And then when I first got to the beginning of the labyrinth, I I started to have a headache. Similar to the same headache that I got on Valentine's Day after I saw lights coming out of me at the Salt Lake Spring, whatever. And when I was starting to walk it was kind of windy, but like, you know, just like light wind. But when I got to the center and I started praying, doing my prayer, the wind picked up, and then it just completely died for like the next 3 to 5 minutes while I was praying. When I started walking out again, the wind started up. So to me, it was telling me that there's a very important connection to the labyrinth and the information in the morning with the dream about Alex and the ritual. So the ritual must be done in the labyrinth format somehow. So that's one clue down. There's a connection to the labyrinth. And it has to be done at night with candle lights from the other dream with me walking naked. So with the dream with me walking naked, obviously I can't be walking naked in public. So either I draw my own labyrinth somewhere where I can walk naked with candles, or I find a labyrinth where I can walk with at least amount of clothes on. That's about it. It would be amazing. It would be amazing, really, if I could get the Eye of Horus tattoo done before March 20th. I don't know how I'm gonna find the money though. And I want it done right. And when you done it right, it's like, you know, $200, $300. Like the one I got, I got it done right. Never fade. Looks good. Looks good. Okay, so this is a new development, obviously, from all the prior development. We'll keep updating as I go on. Oh, today, yeah. I still have a lot of other stuff to post. I haven't been posting anything about all the other dreams every day that's been happening because it happens every day, you know, and it's just like I just don't have other things going on in my life. But I found today to be significant, so I'm gonna post it for this because it's about the eclipse. And it's very significant information, not just like about Mars and Venus, because Mars is like about March and Venus is about April or something. Anyway, this is Nattawat people, Nathaniel, Artemis, Shepherd, Nat9450, and possibly soon to be I Am Divinity. I mean, I already am I Am Divinity, but I'm just saying, I don't know why I say it like that. I don't know. I don't know. Okay.